So how can you grow your business with social media? This channel is all about growing your business, and in this video we're talking social media. And I have some great stories for you, including how I got booked on the other side of the world to speak because of social media, how I got book deals because of social media, and of course the most important thing, how I've grown my business and made money because of social media. But first, let's start off with some tips to help you grow your business now with these powerful platforms on social media. But that's it. Where do you start? That is often the first question. And I have two answers to that. One, do you know where your target audience is? Where would they most likely be? Are they a visual crowd that might be found on Instagram? Or are they more just kind of everyday folks on Facebook? Or maybe they're how-to people looking for more information on Pinterest. So consider where your target market might be. But if you don't know, start where you do have an audience and you are most comfortable. Now you need to define your brand, and no, that is not your logo, but yes, good visuals are very important and helpful. However, your brand is not your logo. It is your reputation. It's what people know about you, feel about you, and think about you. That is your brand, and you need to think about right now how you're going to present yourself as the expert, as a professional or a company. One of the biggest mistakes people make in social media is to just post stuff to social media and think they're involved in social media. No, that's just posting stuff to a website. Social media is social. So your goal is not to take the social out of social media. Your goal is to engage and develop a network and community around your expertise and your brand. When I first started in social media, I had to develop a brand. I had to develop something new to get my voice out there. And as a photographer, I knew I needed to do something different to separate myself from the competition, but get myself noticed nationally. And so I combined the whole concept. Fortunately, I was early in the game and social media was new enough that I could just combine my knowledge of digital marketing and social media with my photography, and I created New Media Photographer. And I built that up, and I found Twitter to be an excellent platform for me. Now I dabbled in all of them that were available at the time, such as Facebook and of course Twitter and LinkedIn, but Twitter is where I was making connections. And I ended up developing connections with people who had a lot more influence than I did. And so by mentoring them and supporting them, I was able to move up the ranks and develop a national audience, an audience which eventually took me to New York to speak, and later book deals, and eventually speaking around the world. So how did I get that speaking gig in Australia? I noticed a new follower who had a biography that piqued my interest. This person was booking speakers in Australia. So I followed up and I asked, hey, if there's anything I can do for the people of Australia, just let me know. Within minutes later, I got a response. Hey, would you come to Australia? Let me think about that. Let's see, bucket list. Own my own company, get a book deal, speak in Australia. Yes, that is something I wanted to do. And 9 months later, I was landing in Australia as a paid speaker. Not only was it a great event, I made some wonderful friends. One really important thing you need to understand when developing content for your feeds are headlines. Headlines are everything. You can have the best content in the entire world, but if you are not capturing the attention of the people that you want to know you, your social media will not be of the value you were hoping for. Yes, we all want more followers. I want more subscribers. It's just a fact. We're always trying to gain more. However, it really is not so much the numbers as the quality. It's the people that I connected with, the people that I developed relationships with, even when I had small numbers, that took me to new levels that really brought in the income as well as the experience and acknowledgement for my work. So here are 5 things you should consider when developing your social media. 1, be very specific in who you are. Just like we're talking about, understand your brand and keep that consistency in your voice online, as well as the imagery, videos, everything that you do is around the focus brand. Don't splinter it out. Make sure you're focused. There's a lot of noise out there, and just like I did, in the beginning, I tried to develop myself as a social media expert, but it took combining my photography and focusing on the photography community that took me to the national level. If I just wanted to be a social media guru, I would not have made it. However, by combining my photography, focusing on my industry, I didn't necessarily sit at the head of the table in the social media world, but I got a seat at the table. Regularly measure what's working and what is not. In other words, take a look at your analytics. Do not ignore the valuable information each of these platforms continues to share with us. They share this information for 2 reasons. 1, to make you better on their platform, and of course 2, to help you in the promotion of your platform, and in many cases to support you in developing ads to extend your reach. So use those tools to help grow your social media. Which posts do people engage with? Which posts do people share? Number 3, don't wait for them to come to you. You go to them. Who are the people you want to know? And what can you do to support and champion them? Now, when I started my YouTube channel, I took the time to research influencers. Now, the fact is there are some huge influencers that I would love to have connected with. However, they were so big and there's so much noise around them, I knew it would be really tough. So I looked for some people who were kind of the second tier, the up-and-comers, and I connected and supported them. And I was able to get through to them a little bit quicker and build relationships. Now, since I've been able to build bigger relationships over time, but you need to start with people who are kind of the up-and-comers. And if you can support them and help them get to the top level even before you do, you have somebody to help you with a hand up. Keeping the social and social media allows you to network with people you never thought possible. People who can help you down the road, but relationships take time. So if you're into social media for the quick win, you're gonna have some trouble. However, you can use these social platforms and the data they possess as a powerful tool to help you move forward. For example, my 3rd book. I decided I wanted to work with a specific publisher for my next book. And so I used the power of social media to make it happen. So my 2nd book was self-published, and I wanted to take a part of it or expand upon it, and so I had a specific publisher in mind that I wanted to approach. But I wasn't sure where to go. I didn't have any connections to that publisher. So where did I go? I went to LinkedIn and I looked for the acquisition editor under the area that I wanted to work with them. And I found the person. And I didn't use LinkedIn to connect with them. I went to Facebook and then developed the relationship there. Now, ultimately, they said, no, we're not really interested in the specific book you are pitching. However, we have a couple other books we would like you to write. So by being proactive using social media, I was able to get 2 more book deals despite the fact they said no to my first idea. The relationships developed in social media can be powerful, and they are able to look and see that I had a following and that I may be worthy of continuing the relationship with. So again, I ended up with a couple more book deals, all because I had a social media presence. Yeah, book deals and speaking gigs are nice, and yeah, they do provide a little bit of revenue, but how did social media really help me grow my businesses? 3 letters, SEO, search engine optimization. The more active you are and the better you develop yourself as an expert, the more people will share your information, mention your name, link to your website, and share your stuff. And these are all things that Google pays attention to. Your activity and people seeing you over and over again online helps to build trust. So when they see your ads or when they see your link come up in the search results, they're more likely to click. So by creating YouTube videos, podcasts, blog posts, and being a guest on other people's content, I've been able to build myself as an expert. And building myself as an expert has led to the search engines pushing my stuff to the top of the search results, which has directly influenced the growth of my businesses. Seriously, the search engines have helped my companies make a lot of money. So get out there, get active. Activity truly is the secret to social media success. Quality activity that will help you develop your brand online. Get out there and support and champion the people who could possibly give you a hand up. And in turn, help the people who could use your support. Hey, that is how I got my book deals. That is how I got to Australia. That is how I got to New York to speak. And that is how I grew my company. Continue to combine different ideas and strategies to your social media to help it grow. And if your social media grows, it'll help support the growth of your company. And of course, as we know, when we have a growing company, we have business peace of mind. So how are you using social media to grow your company? I look forward to reading your answers in the comments below. And of course, if you found this video valuable, be sure to like it and share it with your friends. And of course, if you don't want to miss a future upload, be sure to subscribe.